Hey sis, I have a question for you. Have you ever got direct deposit and your paycheck directly disappeared? Or in fact, let me ask you this. Does your money say bye before you even get a chance to say hi? Then this video is for you. Tune in. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, leading Lady Dar, founder of the lovely and wonderful organizations, Black Women About Business, as well as Walk in Them Shoes, and the owner of Devotional Diva products. I am coming before y'all just to share on this lovely day how good it would be for you to get cuddled up with a nice, good book. And a nice, good book should be the Diva Wealth Circle. Let me just tell y'all the Diva Wealth Circle is about five different women sharing their stories. Not really sharing their stories, but I am sharing the stories of five different women dealing with financial struggles. We got Vet, we have Chantel, we have um, Mia, we have Sasha, and we have Vern. All of these women are close, but yet they are dealing with individual struggles in which I'm sure any one of you have dealt with at one point in time in your life. The avoidance, debt avoidance, uh, relying on others to pay their bills. We have one who is struggling, or what I should say is hustling without structure. And just, it's a really good read. It's a really short read. It's a good short read, but it shares in the stories the importance of financial literacy, understanding your worth, and just knowing who you are, and knowing that I don't want to say the bottom, but y'all, some people have gotten so comfortable. Let me just say this. Some people have gotten so comfortable being down that they don't even realize that God has more in store for them. And if they do realize that God has more in store for them, they just don't push themselves enough. One, sometimes it's because they don't have that belief. That's where your worth come in at. I always talk about worth. I talk about community. I talk about God a lot because one, he is the center of it all. He is the source, okay? So in this book I share short stories about these five different women, but what I love about it is that I found myself in probably most of the scenarios. And I think you will too. So, my goal is to share the importance of women understanding their worth. And I think that when we understand our worth, we know what God has for us, we know what we can obtain. So, therefore, if you find yourself down, really, the only way to go really from down there is up, right? But that means you not only have to look up, you have to get up. You have to look up, you have to get up, and you have to make sure that you do what's needed to get yourself up off that floor of defeat. When I formed my organization, Walking Them Shoes, back in 2017, it was to help empower women, helping women get up off the floor of defeat. Why did I form that organization? I formed that organization because I was that woman. I struggled financially, I struggled emotionally, I dealt with domestic violence. I was in situations that really tore me down. Sometimes it may not have looked like it on the outside because I was taking care of the outer shell and not really dealing with their inner shell. Okay, and that inner, not inner shell, but that inner being, my inner being, I wasn't really taking care of that. The emotional health, the mental health, my spiritual health, and then speaking in those areas, the Diva Wealth Circle is derived from becoming a devotional diva, dependable, empowered, victorious, and admirable. How can you become that devotional diva? It's not just getting into your word, y'all. Listen, I am spiritual, but I am definitely a person who believes that in the natural sense, there are many things that we can do to help get us have that balance. But becoming a devotional diva is something that I was able to do by getting in my word, right? I had to deal with my physical. my physical being. I had to deal with my emotional health, my spiritual health, my financial well-being. I had to deal with it all, okay? And it comes full circle. And the only way I feel that it can come full circle is when you include God in it. So that's where the devotion come in at. Reading my word daily changed my life, okay? Reading my word daily not only will change not only change your life, reading your word daily it will draw you closer to God. And as you draw closer to God, as you draw near to God, He is going to illuminate some things in you. He is going to open up your mind. He's going to open up your heart, give yourself permission to receive. He's going to be able to position you to be able to walk out that plan that He has for you. Yes, Jeremiah 29:11 says, for the matter of fact, wait, I thought I had one of my books over here, but as Jeremiah 29:11 says, for I know the plans that I have for you is to prosper you and to do you no harm, but yet give you hope. You see, so if you find yourself down there, you find yourself, and let's not say down there, let me stop saying it. But if you find yourself in a very low place, know that yes, the only way to go is up. But sometimes we need that assistance, right? So if you don't have community to help build you up, I'm not saying use your community over not using overusing God, but we need community, y'all. We need others sometimes to help hold us up, to help gird us up. But if you don't have that, look up. Look up, okay? Because God got you, sis. I just want to encourage you on this journey of becoming because I know that there is more in store for you. Wherever you are on this journey of becoming, that's not just it. No, baby, that is not just it. So, we're going to talk about Mia. We're going to talk about Sasha. We're going to talk about Vern, Vet, Chantel. These ladies are real. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I see myself in this book. I am a part of this book. When I think about the stories that I've been through, the things that I went through, I don't think I could have changed my life in the manner in which I have if it wasn't for God. Sometimes you look at people around you and sometimes we are so much of givers, right? We give and do. Sometimes we leave ourselves out. But if you understand your worth, you know that a kind no can go a long way. It is okay to say no sometimes. It is okay to be by yourself sometimes. Have that time alone and then have that relationship with God. These are things that I'm telling you, if you practice, it will take you far. Reading your word daily. Most of you have seen me at times about a year or 2 years ago. I was doing short little video clips of reading the word. Definitely is a part of my life and it has changed my life. If I don't get my word in first thing in the morning, I definitely get it in mid morning, but definitely before I go to bed, there is some devotion that's going on every day of my life. And that really is just that's what changed me. That's what changed me. And I want to say this, our finances. Now, when I say this, don't take this the wrong way. When you're comfortable with your finances, meaning that if you have just enough just to get over, God don't want you to just have just enough. There is an abundance, okay? There's an abundance of everything. People look at money like, oh, okay, money is just digital. Yes, you have the physical version of money, but you also have that digital version. A lot of times I like to visualize what I want my account to be like, what I want my account to look like. I visualize the amount of books that I sell. I visualize certain things because the word tells us to speak those things that are not as though they were. And that's what I'm speaking when I don't see or when I don't have exactly what I want, because I know that this is not just it. Where I was a year ago, I knew then that that wasn't just it. Look at me now. Where I'm at now, I know that this is not just it. I know God has more for me. Again, Jeremiah 29 and 11, it tells me that. And also, and another reason why I know is because there are people that are attached to me, right? There are people, and I'm not just talking about family, but there are people that are looking to me to share my story so it can help them on their journey of becoming. That's why I'm here. That's why I do these YouTube videos, okay? That's why I do these little shorts and all of these things. Now, I'm going to say this, y'all. I do want to say thank you so much. I think we are almost at 1,000 subscribers, right? We are probably, I think, about 946 or 47, and it's growing for a reason because there are more people who don't not just desire what I have to say or want to know about my life. No, they want to know the growth. They want to know the process. They want to know how they can change their lives too, right? So when I sit in front of this camera and share my stories, it's real, it's true, it's facts. I can share many stories of one. Let's take Chantel. I think it's Chantel, for instance, who is the one that's hustling without structure. In my business, y'all know I have the Black Woman About Business. Like I said, I do the walking and shoes, doing the Devotional Diva products, making candles, calendars. Uh, oh, okay. I don't always have my stuff here, but even just recently wrote the four languages of love for mothers and daughters. So I'm constantly doing and doing. And the reason why I do is because it's healing for me. Now see what I want, I really actually want is the my binders, my calendars, my journals. These are things that I create because these are things that help me heal, and I know that it's not just for me, but it is you too that can use, whether it's me sharing inspiration, whether it's me showing you what scripture for the day that I'm reading, if it's me journaling. Long as I show up, listen, I'm always show up. I'm always show up because when God do something for me, listen, his mouth is like water, okay? And I don't know why I'm whispering, but definitely I just wanted to come on and share with all of you that on a day like this, when it's really raining and you want to snuggle up, and instead of getting in Netflix or looking at Prime videos, or some of you be watching Tubi, tune into a good book. Read the DEVA Wealth Circle. And once you read it, I want you to challenge yourself to really look at your finances. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if your bank account is empty. It doesn't matter if you're only sitting on 50, 20, or $100. It does not matter where you are. But if you find yourself in that place where you are struggling financially, pick up this book because one is a good read, right? And it just shows the sisterhood. And if you find yourself where you have a few girlfriends, that you and your few girlfriends can get together, read the book together, laugh and joke about a few things that transpires in the book, is something that you can relate to, and I'm sure it is, then talk about it. But then also talk about how you two, you three, or the four of you, how, or five of you, I don't know, how you can get together and get things in order for your life. I struggled financially. I struggled financially because one, like one of the ladies in the book, I was an emotional spender. I was an emotional spender. I was hiding from debt, and there's a lot of us that can relate to everything that's in this book at some point in your life. And it's about being honest. Be honest with yourself. If you don't feel comfortable forming your own diva wealth circle, then I encourage you to form that circle with God. Put God first, invite him into your finances, and see the miraculous change that will happen. You got to take the bold steps. You got to take the big bold steps and say, look, I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of being here. I'm tired of being here. I want to grow. Because it's when you say yes, when you invite him in, things happen. Okay. So it's your girl, leading Lady Dara. And I just want to encourage each and every one of you, you too, you sis, right there, you. This video has found you for a reason. It is time. And I'm not just saying level up, just in terms of finances. When I say level up, I'm talking about spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, physically. It's time to level up. It is time to get things in order, baby. You'll feel so much comfortable. You'll feel so much at peace. And guess what? When you is rocking by yourself, when you go through that season of being by yourself, you won't be bothered. You won't be bothered. There's a level of peace. There's this level of anointing that God will place upon you, honey. When I tell you, there are certain things that can be happening, going on around me, and sometimes I'm not even moved by it. And if it does come my way and there's a little bit of turbulence, a little frustration, I'm not going to stay there long. Why? Because me, I read that word, right? My daily devotion, reading it is it's because I am still becoming, that I look to him to see, how do I respond to something? How do I deal with something? When do I do this? How do I do that? It is because of that journey there. This journey that I'm on of becoming, I can't do it by myself. I may have a significant other in my life right now, but guess what? I still can't do it by myself, okay? So I just want you to know, listen, I want all of you to know this, that God has a plan for your life wherever you are. That's not just it. So if you find yourself struggling financially, I want you to take time out of your schedule today. Sit down, take everything out your pocket, everything out of your pocketbook, take your coins out, put it in a little jar. Take your credit cards out, start with the one. First of all, before you do any of that, I want you to pray over your finances, okay? I want you to invite God into your finances, okay? I'm thinking about doing this financial fitness with my community, so I'll let you know. But I want you to pull those credit cards out, even those debit cards out. I want you to pray over them. I want you to look at your monthly statements. One, you gotta be, it starts with awareness. You gotta know where you are. And the only way that you can come up out of defeat, come up off that floor of defeat, or come up a little higher, is to be honest and look at what you have. Look at what you have. And then begin to plan where you want to go. And once you write out that plan, what is the scripture I'm thinking of? Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank, but I'll put it up on the video. It is, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Y'all know what the word says, to plan, right? Oh my God, I can't think of it right now. But once you plan, write those things out, pray over that plan, and ask God, will this line up with his will for your life? Y'all better watch out. It's almost like getting in the car or and putting your seatbelt on. You better put your seatbelt on. It's like getting in the airplane. Put your seatbelt on, because you going up, baby. You going up, okay? I want all of my divas out there to just let me know, what is it that you want to hear? How can I show you uh, how to grow your money? How can I show you how? Yes, y'all, listen, here's the thing. Okay, so the DEVA Wealth Circle. Now I'm going to share this. Okay, I'm going to share this story really, really quick. So there was a young lady that I was working with who was living in her grandmother's house. So fortunately, she really didn't have a lot of bills. She didn't have a lot of bills, Lord. And the only reason why I'm able to share her story is because we talk about it all the time. Her and I talk about it, and she see her level of growth. She's seen the change that needed to be made, right? But she was living in her grandmother's house, and it was an older home, right? She has children, and there were so many different things that were going wrong with the property. It was when she was able to take the house over, there were already things going on, but she was just doing like little patch jobs here and there, here and there, here and there. And long story short, those little patch jobs really wasn't doing the thing. Now, if you move into your grandmother's house, and I'm saying this gently, I'm saying this with love because I've said it to her. You move into your grandmother's house and you don't have to pay no rent, no mortgage, no nothing. All you got to do is pay the taxes on the house. So all you had to do really, when you see little things going on, just get it fixed. Don't do the little taping up and patching up and one band-aid, then now you're putting a whole gauze on there and just patching and patching. No, go ahead and take care of that, because what is happening is, it's the house is settling and things are starting to fall apart. But while you're out there shopping, you're shopping emotionally, not saving. Now the roof leaking. Now the thing, the ceiling part, the something happened and it came down. And guess what? She was facing almost $6,000. And this is a woman who worked full time, okay? She worked full time. And then here was the other thing. So I said to her, okay, you don't have no savings. Don't feel bad. Don't beat yourself up. Well, she wanted to go to her children's father to see if her children's father could assist her, right? Because he get a little bit of money, okay? But anyway, illegally. But anyway, I'm sorry, Lord. Anyway, but that was going to open up some old wounds, right? So I said to her, Is there any way that you can tap into your 401k? Any way you can borrow against something, especially if you put money into your 401k, you can definitely borrow against that. Now, if you put money in it, you can take it out and you don't have to pay it. These are things that I am teaching and sharing with other women. Y'all, this woman had worked for a company for a very long time, was not contributing into her 401k. She didn't know. So this is where financial literacy come in at. You see, I found myself at a place at one point in time where I had to tap into what I was putting into my job. And I was able to get that back, right? And I just want us to be more educated about it. And, there is Vet, I think Vet. Yeah, Vet is the one who works and make money but stores it, and it's like no, her mindset is security, but it's really not security because your money is just sitting there and it's losing the value. Put that money in an account, a high yield savings account. There are different things that you can do. So listen, I'm not a financial guru, I'm not a financial advisor, but yet there are struggles that I had, there are problems that I faced that I had to learn the hard way. And now that I know better, I do better. And not only do I do better, I share it, I teach it. Okay. So that's what becoming a devotional diva is all about: being dependable, being empowered, being victorious, and admirable. Okay. So, all right, ladies, it is your girlie, Lady Dara. Thank you so much for tuning in. And again, y'all, we at 947 something subscribers. Let's get it to that $1,000 mark. And again, I'm going to ask you, are you one who get direct deposit and that direct deposit directly disappears? Or does your money say bye before you even get a chance to say hi? I mean, let's keep it real. I've been there. Yeah, I've been there. Okay. And I just want to encourage you. Starting here today, if you got $5 in your pocket, put it away, stash it. I have a savings challenge, binders. There's ways to save money. If you can only save $1 today, save it. You're going to feel so good about yourself, okay? And again, one of the things that I would encourage you to do, write a list of your debts, write a list of your incomes, whatever you have coming in. Right? Let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. And one of the things I will say is I want you all to try your best. If you don't already have it, save $500. Try to save $500. I want to tell you to get $1,000 or even 1,500 because that is a cushion. We walk different when we have a little bit of a cushion, y'all. We walk different, and if it's debt that you owe, try to make arrangements for that. Everybody has debt, y'all. I'm not sitting here in front of you acting as if I don't have that. I have that. I have people that I've borrowed money from, had to pay back. When you have those situations, you make arrangements. It's about communicating, okay? It's about calling up your creditors and saying, hey, okay, maybe you need to change the pay date, the day that you are responsible for making that payment. Maybe you need to change that. Make things easy for yourself, okay? Until you can land or stand steadily on your feet. Things are going to get better for you, okay? You won't always be down. It's time to come up, okay? Again, I'm your girlie, Lady Dora, founder of the organizations Walking Them Shoes, as well as Black Women About Business, and the brand owner of Devotional Diva. All right, divas, have a good one.